So in the last video, we successfully took the valve guides out of these heads without cracking them. These heads are very prone to cracking. I've got a total of 8 cylinder heads I've acquired over the years for these Type 4 motors. I think 5 of them are cracked by previous owners or just running them. So a lot of what I do, I like to take precautionary measures just to keep them from cracking. I've seen them crack by putting valve guides in, removing old valve guides. But anyways, we got the valve guides out successfully. Today we're going to work on getting the seats out. And I thought about leaving the exhaust seats because they're pretty well in there, but they're also cut pretty deep. So I think we're going to replace them, maybe go oversize. The intake seats, I had one that was loose, fell out when I took the head apart. So I think we're going to go oversize with those as well. The way I'm planning on doing this is I'm going to weld a bead right around the inside of the seat. When that weld cools, it should cause the seat to shrink. Then I may or may not have to weld a washer to it to knock them out from the backside, depending on how stuck they are. Let's see how this goes. So when you're TIG welding, you want to make sure, from what I've seen in all the videos, that you're very comfortable. Have a proper table. I'm using a chunk of aluminum clamped to a Bridgeport table, and I got a dirt bike stand for a seat. It's actually more comfortable than I usually am. And for some reason, if I take off my glasses, my welds come out better. So here we go. Well, I was hoping that would pop right out of there, but of course that's not the case. So I'm going to try welding the washer onto that and probably just tack weld it and see if she'll come out then. All right, let's try the washer method. And I broke the washer right off. I think I'm going to clean it up. Oh, I did move the seat a little. Okay, that's a good sign. It is coming. I wonder if I can get the edge of that weld right through the intake port. Right there. Not quite. Well, I think I'm going to throw a little more weld on here. Or maybe just weld the washer. I only tack welded it, and that probably just wasn't quite enough to hit it. Let me clean it up, try it again. Okay, I have a little more weld on it this time. I know it's got to be loose because it's oozing contamination out between the seat and the head and the aluminum. And it's causing my welds to come out all goofed up, you know, contaminating my tungsten. And, well, let me try it again. Okay, there's a seat. That's still a little heavy. And we've done no damage to the head. That's the way I want to do it. So let me do that a number more times and we'll see how we make out. Okay, on the exhaust I threw a little fatter bead on there. And the exhaust valves being smaller, I couldn't do this with the intakes, but a pair of snap ring pliers fits right in there, and give that a squeeze, and with any luck, trying to do this one-handed. Oh, come on now. There it is. I got it. And that's pretty slick. Clean that up, see what it looks like. Now, eventually, this seat here, I'm going to have to weld the bottom of that in because I think it pounded down enough. It made quite a mushroom there. And depending on the depth of the new seats I get and the size, I'm probably going to have to weld that up. I'm also thinking on the exhaust ports, it's not very thick, the wall between the where the seat goes in, and I would love to build up the floor of that port with weld, but I can't get my TIG torch in there, so I'm contemplating maybe getting a micro TIG torch, cleaning that all up so I can build up the floor of the port. I got another head that's still has seats in it. That's stock. I'm thinking about throwing some valves in it. And we might throw that on the flow bench. That could be an upcoming video. And maybe play around with filling a couple areas and see if we can maybe not hurt flow and even gain some flow. You know, this isn't going to be a high-end race motor or anything, but I don't want to leave horsepower on the table either. If I can pick up a little, that's always a good thing. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.